Hare Krishna. सत्यानंद चिंत सक्षेक पक्षे सर्वाध्यक्षे भक्तिरक्षादिदक्षे श्री गोविंदे विश्वसर्गादिकंदे पूर्णानंदे नित्यमास्तां मतिर्मे अज्ञारणीरधिरुपैतेया विशेषं भक्ति परा भजति परिपोषमुच्चैः तत्त्वं परं स्फुरति दुर्गमं अप्यजस्रं सत्पुण्यभृत् स्वर्चितं प्रणमामि गीतं गौरां सुखसत्कुमुद प्रमोदि स्वाभिक्ययागोस्तमो निहन्त श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य सुधा निधर्मे मनोदितिष्ठन् स्वरतिं करोतु प्राचीनवाचः सुविचार्य सोऽहं मग्योऽपि गीतामृतले सलिप्सुः यतः प्रभोरेव वदेत तत्र सन्तक्षमत्वं शरणागतस्य सर्वोपनिषतो गावः दोक्ता गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् स्वधर्मज्ञान वैराग्य साध्य भक्ति गोचरः नारायणः परब्रह्म गीता शास्त्रे समीरितः ज्ञान कर्मात्मिके निष्ठे योग लक्ष्य संस्कृते आत्मानुभूति सिद्ध्यर्थे पूर्व षट्केन चोदिते अस्तान स्नेह कारुण्य धर्मा धर्मदिया कुलं पार्थं प्रपन्न उद्दिश्य शास्त्र अवतरणं कृतं. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for this Gita Shastri course. Today we are the 12th day and today we will be completing the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in our last session we have seen how Arjuna was giving various reasons not to fight. First of all, he was overwhelmed by means of attachment, and to justify his attachment, now he is taking various arguments or various presentations to show that he is correct. And the first one is very gross. The first thing he said is, how can I kill my relatives? By killing them, how can I enjoy? This is very gross reasoning. And then he goes to next level of reasoning. Then he says that I don't see anything good by killing them. It is not good for them. It is not good for me also. In the first case, always it's me. But along with me, there are so many other things joined. So it's mine. So anyway, by killing them, I don't see any good. Even though if I kill them, it is not good. I don't see nachat shreyo na pashyami. That's what he said in the last shloka. Then he gives a third argument. Now he comes to Shastra. Now he says, if I kill them, I get sinful reaction. Why? Because killing your elders and killing your guru, it's not good. Even though they are gnatopi, even though they are meant to be killed, because they are all atatainas, they are all aggressors. They are meant to be killed, but still this is from Artha Shastra. We have Artha Shastra, we have Dharma Shastra, we have Bhagavata Shastra, we have Shruti Smritis, various instructions. So from Artha Shastra point of view, these people, those Duryodhanadis, they should be killed. Why? Because we have seen in Vashishta Smriti and in Manusmriti, it says Agnido Garataschaiva Shastrapane Dhanapaha Kshetradhara Paharicha Shadeta Ki Adatayinaha Adadayinam Ayantam Hanyat Eva Avicharayan Natyati Vade Dosho Hantor Bhavati Kaschana. This is what Artha Shastra says. That it says those who are Atatayinas, the aggressors. Who are aggressors? Agnidaha, one who sets fire to our house. Garadas Chaiva, one who gives poison. And then Shastrapani, one who comes with weapons to attack us. Then who steals away, one who takes away our wealth. One who encroaches our land. One who steals our wife. These six kind of people are called Atatayinas, aggressors. And anyone can kill them without even doing any kind of judgment. Without inquiry, we can kill them. That's why Rama kills Vali. When Sugriva informs Ramachandra that he has stolen my place, my kingdom, my wife, then Rama, without asking any question, he just killed Vali. He did not argue, he did not make peace, he did not even inquire whether it should be done or not, he just killed. Because they are called Atatayinas, they should be killed without any argument. So taking that point of view, this Duryodhana, he qualifies all this category because he has set fire, he has given poison, he has stolen the land, he comes with weapon to kill them. he has taken their wealth, he has disrespected their wife. He is perfect Atatayana, so he should be killed. This is from Dharma, this is from Artha Shastra. But now Arjuna is thinking, okay, better than Artha Shastra is Dharma Shastra. So according to Dharma Shastra, we should not kill them. Why? Because it's not everyone is Atatayana, everyone is aggressor. Duryodhana is an aggressor. But what about Bhishma? What about Drona? What about all the Kauravas who has assembled there? These kings, they are not Atatayanas. So why we should kill all of them? This is Dharma Shastra. So Dharma Shastra is always better than Artha Shastra. So from Dharma Shastra point of view, we should not kill them. And also in Shloka Vartika by Kumarila Bhatta. Kumarila Bhatta is a very famous person for Karma Mimamsa Tattva. He is an Acharya. So Kumarila Bhatta says that whatever dharma that we perform, it should not hurt others. It should always help them. We should help them by means of our activities, because dharma, whatever instruction that we follow from Shastra, it should not be meant for causing suffering to others. So in this way, Arjuna is trying to speak some different dharma. Yes, he is speaking about Dharma Shastra, but he himself is defying this Dharma Shastra, that is following his own dharma. That Krishna will present all those arguments in the second chapter. But here Arjuna concludes whatever he said in the 31st shloka, Natashreya Pashyami. Now he concludes with this shloka that these Atatayanas, they should not be killed. Then some argument may come. Okay, you are saying they should not be killed, but what about them? We have Drona, we have Bhishma, they also know Dharma Shastra. Why they are ready to fight? Why they are ready to kill us? If they are doing, then why we should not do? That should be an argument. Then keeping this in mind, Arjuna comes up with an answer. He says, Yadapi etara pashyanti lopo bhavata chetasaha kulakshaya kritam dosham mitra drohena patakam katam cha nyayam nasmavihi Papadasman nivartitum kulakshayakritam dosham pashyadhivirjanardana prapashyadhivirjanardana. He says, yes, yadapi etap pashyanti lopa amhata chetasaha. Yes, they are ready to fight, they are ready to kill, they are ready to defy, they are ready to destroy, they are ready to break the Dharma Shastra. But why we should do? Because they are doing something bad, it's not that we also should do that. Let them fight because of their greediness. Why we should do? Let them be in illusion, let them be in ignorance. But why we should also deal like an ignorant person? Let us be an intelligent person. So this is how he comes up with an argument that yes, we are intelligent, we are better than them, so we should try to avoid this fight. It is their lakshana. That's why they are Kauravas. It is their lakshana to fight for the wrong cause. That is Duryodhana, who fights for the wrong cause. That is their nature. Why we should take up their nature? Usually people, they do this in Kali Yuga. If somebody does some mistake, then we ask them, why are you doing this mistake? Then what is the answer? What he will say? He will say, who is not doing mistake nowadays? Who is not doing wrong nowadays? Everybody is doing wrong, so why I should not do? So we should not be in this consciousness. If everyone is doing wrong, it's not that we also should commit the same mistake. So Arjuna is taking this argument. He says, let them be greedy, let them be envious, let them be in illusion, let them be in ignorance. Why we should also do this? Because of this, what will happen? Kula dharma will get destroyed. Because of this, Kula Jati dharma will be destroyed. That's what he argues here. So even though we see this result, even though we see what will happen even after seeing, how can we do this sinful activity, Krishna? We should not do this sinful activity because we see the results. These people, they don't see the result. For them, just fight, just greediness has closed their eyes. They don't see anything above the greediness. They want to just fight. They don't see the result. They don't see the future. But we can see the future. We can see the results. So why we should entertain this sinful activity? That's what Arjuna is saying. Kulakshaya pranashyanti kuladharma sanatana dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo bhivat yutaha. And he says, if you kill all these people, elderly people, then what will happen? Then Kula Dharma will be destroyed. So if Kula Dharma is destroyed, then what will happen? then family will have no any tradition. If there is no family tradition, then women will get polluted. If women are polluted, then we have Varna Shankara. So all this will happen because of our one small thing. What is it? These Kshatriyas are challenging us, so we should fight. Yes, we are not greedy. We don't have to fight. But when Kshatriyas are challenging us, we should fight back. Yes, that is true. As a Kshatriya, if other Kshatriya is challenging us, that we should fight. Yes, that is a rule. But this rule we don't have to follow here. Why? Because even though it is a rule, it is instruction, it is Shastric instruction, but we should follow those Shastric instruction which bring good for everyone. Like it is said here by Kumara Lamita that Palato apichayat karma nana artena anubhandyate kevala priti hetutva tadharma iti katyate. He says, what is dharma? Dharma means those instructions which will bring good for everyone. That is real dharma. Otherwise, other instructions has to be given up. Like we have one famous instruction from Apastamba Sutra. It says that Shenena Abhicharayan Yajeta. Shenena, if you want to destroy your enemy, you do Sena Yagya. By means of this Sena Yagya, you can destroy, you can do some black magic for your enemies and you can destroy. That is some instruction, there are some rituals. But we should not take up those rituals because it is done for wrong cause. So even though it is Vedic instruction, we should not take up this. We should take up only those instructions which will bring good for us. So we should pick and choose what is good for us. That's what Arjuna's point here. So he says, let us take this one instruction that Mahimsa Sarva Bhutani, Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. So there are these instructions also. We should take this instruction. Rather than taking the instructions like as a Kshatriya, we should fight back. As a Kshatriya, we should challenge. If somebody is challenging you, you should challenge, you should fight back. Rather than following this instruction, we can follow this instruction like Mahimsa Sarva Bhutani, Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. Because it makes us to feel good, it makes us to look good. So this is ultimately material consumption. Let us be good, let us make everyone feel good, and let us be good. This is completely materialistic point of view. That's what Arjuna is speaking here. So he says that by means of destroying all these people, then Kula Dharma is destroyed. When Kula Dharma is destroyed, Adharma prevails in our family. When Adharma is prevailed, then women are without protection. When women are without protection, unwanted men will come and disturb women, and because of this, so many unwanted progenies will take place, and because of this Varna Shankara, whole Varnashrama Dharma will get destroyed. So in those days, even in the midst of this confusion, Arjuna is speaking about Sri Dharma. He speaks about women has to be protected. If you can protect women, then you can protect Dharma of all the Varna and Ashram. They are the main people to make this society good. So that's why Yatra Naryastu Pujyante, Shastra gives us instruction that wherever the women are glorified, there all the auspicious thing will happen. So whole Mahabharata and Ramayana, we have this is as the main concept. When Ravana wanted to commit some sin towards Sita, then his whole family got destroyed. His whole dynasty got destroyed. Similarly, in Mahabharata also, when Kauravas, when they wanted to disrespect Draupadi, their whole family got destroyed. So whole Vedic instruction, this Itihasa, it shows us how much the women are valued or respected in those days. So here Arjuna is also giving the same point that they should be protected, otherwise Varna Shankara will happen. Because of this, Varna Dharma will be spoiled. So he's speaking about Varna Dharma, but he himself is now failing to do his Varna Dharma, that is Kshatriya Dharma. Anyway, these are all the arguments that Krishna is going to defeat him in the second chapter. Then he says, if we create Varna Shankara, what will happen? then they will not perform any pinda pradhana, and then nobody will follow any kinds of tradition, and basically all the dharmic activities will be lost. So in a family, if you lose our varna and ashrama duties, then our family will burn in hell. So we should not do that, and we become the cause for doing that. So we again get so much sinful activity. That's what Arjuna says, that in 43, Utsanna kula dharmanam manushyanam janardana narake niyatam vaso bhavati anushishrama. I have heard many times that if somebody destroys a family tradition, a kula tradition, that is varna and ashrama of a family, then definitely that family and the person who is the cause for destroying both will suffer in the hell for a long time. So that's why Varnashrama Dharma should be followed. This is very big topic. Varnashrama Dharma is very big topic. And our Bharata Varsha was basically sustained by means of this Varnashrama Dharma. And we were showing great direction for the whole world in advancement towards spiritual life by means of following this Varnashrama Dharma. So even now India is glorious because of this Varnashrama Dharma. To some extent we are following it. Now we can say Varnashrama Dharma is destroyed. Yes, because of some selfish motivation, Varnashrama Dharma is destroyed. Apparently it may destroy, but Varnashrama Dharma is always there. Varna Dharma is always there. We have these 4 kinds of Varna, and it's still existing because it is eternal. Nobody can destroy it. But we are unaware of the importance of Varna. People nowadays, they are speaking about equality, but equality cannot be brought up by means of artificial means. There is nothing. Yes, we are equal in the sense of spirit, soul, but in this material world, until we have this body, there are some difference. And people, especially in South India, they are against this Varnashrama Dharma. Why? Because they immediately take up this issue of Shudra. Okay, people, those who are Shudras, they are very low class, and the Shastra, they are actually against Shudras, and it is defaming them. It is trying to push them. It is trying to make them slaves. But actually, if you see in the Shastras how they are glorified, like in Purushukta itself, it is mentioned that these 4 kinds of nature, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra nature, it is coming from Lord only. And Shudra Padbyam Jayate, it is said that this Chaturtha Dharma nature, it is coming from Lord's lotus feet. And we don't make differentiation that this feet, Lord's lotus feet is lower and Lord's face is higher. No, actually in devotional point of view, we always glorify the lotus feet of the Lord. That's why even in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said here, Padbhyam Bhagavato Gigye Shushrusha Dharma Siddhase Tasyam Chatam Puroshudro Yadvritya Tushyate Harihi. It said that Padbhyam Bhagavato Gigye, from Lord's lotus feet, what is coming? Sushrusha Dharma Siddhase. This Shudra nature of servitude, serving attitude, it appears. Tasyam Jatam Puro Shudro. From that we have Shudra Varna, and Yat Vritya, by means of that Vritti, Tushyate Harihi. Lord is very satisfied with that kind of Varna. Why? Because in that Varna, naturally they have this attitude of service. So what is the Dharma, or what is the attitude of a devotee? As a Vaishnava, we always want to be a servant. So this Shudra mentality of service is actually the mentality of a Vaishnava as a devotee. So it is mentioned here, Yad Vridya Tushyate Harihi. By means of this service attitude, Lord is very pleased. So in Vedic point perception, there is no any difference. There is no any higher or lower. In our body, we have head, we have hands, we have belly, we have legs. So all are having equal importance in our body. We don't make differentiation that yes, my head is more important than my belly. No, everyone does their part in order to keep this body alive. So in the similar way, 4 varnas are very important to keep this society running. But in the meantime, because of some selfish motivation, because of wrong application, this Varna Ashrama got destroyed. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That doesn't mean it is very bad. It should be, it is already there, but it should be brought out in a proper manner. Anyway, so here Arjuna is saying that Aho bhata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yatra adhyasukalobhena hantum swajanam udhyataha. He says, Aho bhata, oh my God, like that. He says, alas, what kind of sinful activity that we are ready to perform just for our yad rajya sukha lobhena, just for this kingdom, just for this temporary material pleasure. We were ready to commit such a huge sinful activity. So that's why he says that yadimam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanayah dhartarashtrarane hanyus tanme kshemataram bhavet. Then he says, for me it is better to get destroyed, to get killed by the sons of Dhritarashtra. You may say, Krishna may argue, you may say that you don't want to fight, but even if you don't want to fight, they will fight with you and they will kill you. Arjuna is saying, it doesn't matter, let them kill me. I am ready to die. He says, Kshemataram bhavet. He says, even he has not yet killed anyone, he has not yet even started the war, but he says, even this thinking of killing them is itself a sinful activity. That is the Arjuna standard. Arjuna has not yet even committed any sinful activity. Means he has not yet even started the war. He has not yet killed anyone in the war. But he says, even this thought process of trying to kill our relatives, that itself is very sinful. So I have committed a sin in my mind. So I should do some prayaschitta. And what is that prayaschitta for my sin which I have committed in the mind? That let them kill me. That is the prayaschitta. So he says, Kshema, if I get killed, that is good for me. Then he says, Kshema Tharam, what is more good or what is the best for me is that when they are fighting against me, when they want to kill me, I don't want to raise my weapons. Let me die without making any attempt to save myself. If they want to kill me, let them kill me, but I will not make any endeavor to save myself, or I will not touch any weapon. So in this way, if I don't touch any weapon, if they kill me, that is the best thing. That is the best prayaschitta for me. So in the war, if I fight, if I die, that is good. Even without fighting, if I die, even without fighting, if they kill me, that is the most best thing. So let them kill me. I am ready to die. That's what Arjuna has concluded. So in this way, Arjuna, he wanted to make a prayaschitta for his undone or the sinful activity which he has committed in his mind. Eva mukto Arjuna sanke radopasta upavishat visarja sasaram chapam shoka samvidna manasaha. This is what Sanjaya says. So in this way, Arjuna spoke, and then he threw away his bow and arrow, and with complete distress, he sat down on the Ratha, on the chariot. This is what happened. So if you see in the first chapter, it speaks about Arjuna's three main problems. What is it? Asthana Sneha, Asthana Karunya, Dharma Diyakulam. The misplaced or his attachment, his wrong attachment, and then misplaced mercy and misunderstanding of dharma and adharma. These are the three main problems which we see in Arjuna, and Krishna is going to address all these things. And he gives various arguments, like he said, by means of killing them, I'm not going to enjoy. By means of killing them, there is nothing good. By means of killing them, by killing them, I get sinful activity, I get sinful reaction. By killing them, the Kula Dharma is destroyed. By killing them, Varna Shankara will be produced. By killing them, ultimately, the Lukta Pindodaka Kriya, the Pinda Pradhana will be destroyed. And in this way, by killing them, I will eternally burn in hell. This is what Arjuna argued to avoid fighting. So, this first chapter, if you see from outerly point of view, it may look like some Arjuna's distress, some Arjuna, he's just lamenting for about out of his distress, and we usually skip the first chapter. Okay, first chapter, it is just this thing, but first chapter is the base of our material attachment. If you analyze this first chapter, here Arjuna is just speaking about himself. He says, my fight, my relatives, I will not be happy, I will burn in hell, I cannot bring pleasure to my family. So he always speaks about, I don't think it is good for me. So he always speaks about I and mine. Where is Krishna here? So this is our material life. Our material life means we always think I and myself. We never bring Krishna in our life itself. We never bring Krishna in our picture. My life, mine, I and mine. This is the material attachment. That is, I am independent from the Lord and I am the enjoyer. I am the enjoyer in this material world. I am independent in this material world. This is the basic of our material existence. And what is spiritual consciousness? What is spiritual understanding? I belong to Lord and I am only meant to serve Him. That is the spiritual understanding. So here, the main challenge in the first chapter is materialistic ego. His ego is centered around himself. That is material ego. So if we cannot take out this ego, if we cannot unanchor your ego, then even though you may be practicing your spiritual life, it won't give any results. It's like you are trying to sail on a boat where the anchor is not yet taken out. The anchor is already connected in the boat and you're trying to sail in that boat. You may be sailing, looks like, but you will never reach your goal because the anchor is fixed in the port. The similar way, without taking out our materialistic ego, without surrendering our materialistic ego to Krishna, we may be trying to follow so many spiritual instructions. We may be posing ourselves like a religious person. We may be trying to do some spiritual activities, but we will never advance in spiritual life. So that's why this first chapter is very important to understand. It is not that only we are here. We have to always bring Krishna in our life. We have to always see this is by Krishna, this is for Krishna, this is Krishna's. So we always bring this Krishna in our mind. That is real intelligence. So Bhagavad Gita is going to give us real intelligence. Now Arjuna is in illusion. Because of illusion, he is suffering. And what is real intelligence? Intelligence means seeing the third thing. Not only we and this Prakriti. We should see the third thing. Bhokta, Bhogyam, Preritaram Chamatva. So this is the highest intelligence. Seeing not only us, seeing not only this material world, but seeing the thing which is beyond both this spiritual and both this Atma and this Prakriti. That is Paramatma Tattva. So to get that knowledge, we should go to Guru, because we know about our body and we know about this Prakriti. We can see this. But the third thing which we cannot see, Tat Vijnanartham, that knowledge which we cannot see, we cannot perceive, we cannot imagine, to get that knowledge about the Lord, we should go to a Guru. So here Arjuna has Partham Prapanna Uddishya Shastra Avataranam Kritam. So Arjuna, he has got this confusion and he has come to a right conclusion that yes, I should approach Krishna, I should approach a proper Guru, and I should get instruction to get that real knowledge, to come out of my illusion. So in this way, he ends here the first chapter. So we also end our first chapter here, and from tomorrow we'll go through the second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. I'll end here. If you have any questions or comments, you can always message me. And now we have completed the first chapter. We have around 12 classes with introduction. We have around 12 classes. So for this 12 sessions, we'll have one quiz program for this 12 sessions, so that we can refresh our understanding, our memories, and then we can go on to the second chapter. So I'll end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.